Hello everybody, this is your instructor Dr. Sue. I hope you're having a great fall break. I know this is an online course, so learning still goes on. I just wanted to touch base with you for a little bit. It's been a while since you saw me on video, so I just thought it was great to record this video to go over a couple of things concerning our discussion board. First of all, before you take any write on your discussion boards, I always want you to go back and look at the discussion board rubric. This is because at this point in the time of the course, I expect to see richer discussions, and I expect to see discussions that give deeper meaning to the whole learning, and not just the tendency to say, okay, I have 2 posts done, so I'm done. Now, here's how the discussion boards are actually graded, because I do use the rubric for everyone's discussion posts. First thing, I look at knowledge and application. Now, each discussion is worth 10 points. Knowledge and discussion and application itself is 4 of the 10 points. So this is a big one. Here, I expect you to really go deep, and that your response should really show that knowledge of the topic that we're talking about. Not just knowledge, but you also need to be able to apply that particular knowledge in explaining some experiences, using relevant sources to those citations to further that learning. And finally, I want you to be able to give us as your peers more information to extend our learning. For example, if you do talk about learning styles, and in one example you decide to say, okay, multiple representations of a particular a particular way of learning should be encouraged in schools or in kindergarten, go ahead and cite exactly what number one, cite the article where you're getting that information from, because it's not coming from you. Your perspective is that, well, you might think that that's what it is, but there's research out there that has gone ahead and verified that. Not just any kind of research, empirical research, because there's fake news and there's real news. There's empirical research, and then there is someone's opinion. So you need to verify that this is something that research or scientific research has proven it. So if you, number one, if you cite the author, number two, say exactly what the author said. So if it was an article written by me, you would say something like, Sue 2019 suggested that learning styles, whatever your reference is. And then you have to go further to say, I agree or disagree with this, or this is supported by this text or this video in this way. So you don't just end with superficial sentences, but you need to be able to apply, which is the second part of that knowledge and application part. You need to be able to apply those in the actual learning. So application of that particular topic at hand, firstly, to learn your experiences as a student, and then secondly, to actual research studies is what I'm looking for in this case. So that's the first thing. The second thing that we look for is learning and community. Now, learning and community is really critical in any discussion board, because I want your posts to actually be reflections from other learners. You want to be able to read other people's posts and not just agree or disagree with them, but you actually reflect on what they have said, and also you're adding more information to extend knowledge. So you want to be able to have that particular discussion flowing. It's like when you're having discussions with your friends, you ask them questions. You don't just say you agree and stop right there. Ask them further questions to push. What did you mean by this? Are you saying that in this way? If that's the case, then how about what this other person said? So this is a debate. This is a discussion. It's concurrent. When you are discussing with your friends, you're trying to learn. At the same time, it's a social experience. You're building a community of learners. You're building a community with your peers. That's why you get to hang out with more people than with other people, because when you have conversations with them, it's meaningful. They add to you and not just take away. So that's the second thing, which is, it's 3 points. Third thing that we look for is the quantity and timeliness. Now, quantity, I always suggest respond to at least 2 peers. That doesn't mean once you respond to 2 peers, or you have your initial post and then you respond to 2 peers, that's 3 discussion, that's it. Now, the past few weeks, I've just been letting that go, but this is a midterm, so you have to make sure that first of all, you're being timely, and that you have those 3. You have your initial post, and then you have those 2 responses, as well as go ahead and still continue discussing. The fact that it's just 2 people. What about if you see a third person and you want to talk more to them, or you want to be able to say something further as to what they said? So respond not just to 2 peers, but extend your learnings. 2 peers is just a suggestion, okay? Don't end there. Make this discussion rich. Does it mean I will deduct points for that? No, this is not about points. My main aim for this course is less about points or getting grades. I want you to be able to learn. So do not concentrate on just getting points. I've been fair enough and making sure that I'm fair across the line. But learn something, have a meaningful discussion. Finally, spelling and mechanics. You guys have been doing really well, and that you read through your work, but it's just 1 point, but it's just a way of this course, again, this seminar, it's about, it should be writing intensive. You should be able to discuss topics that in the end, when you're writing your thesis, you can say, this is a topic I can touch on and rely on to further my knowledge in my thesis, or to direct me with my thesis. So I hope this particular video that I'm putting out right now will help you to make these richer discussions. Now, we have just 3 more discussions to go. After those discussions, we will go now into more writing activities. So we have just 3 more to go. I hope you, the discussion due on Sunday will be richer than all the other discussions we've had. Again, I'm really impressed with this bunch so far. I just expect a little bit more, and I know you all can. Again, if you have questions, always ask me questions in the course discussion questions, or go ahead and email me directly. Until then, have a great day, everyone. Enjoy your fall break.